The federal government has been advised to operate with workable data as well as commit massively towards empowering displaced Nigerians who have been hit by humanitarian crisis. This call became imperative following the federal government's assurance to supporting more than 16 million citizens affected by humanitarian crisis nationwide. Correspondent John Felix tells us more in this report.
The humanitarian crisis across the country has led to natural and human-induced disasters. No fewer than 16 million Nigerians have been affected, hence the need for intervention. Speaking to Galaxy TV News, public affairs analysts say the intervention should consist of empowering the displaced and should vary from agriculture, with the distribution of soft loans among others.
Well, I think this time around, if they do it in two ways, the immediate, that's sending money to people, credit, and giving them palliatives, food and water. But I think what they should do really, is to empower people at different levels, cooperatives, market women, especially those in small and medium scale enterprises. Because if you look at it globally, India has lifted so many people out of poverty. China, the same thing. Don't forget, India has 1.3 billion people. China has 1.4 billion people. And they've been lifting people out of business by empowering them, giving them money at funds, at one single digit, between 1 and 9%. But if you continue to give them money or food, it will not last. How long will you do that? So they should be empowered physically, financially, and through training and all that.
But fortunately, we have a new government in place, and going by the antecedents of the Minister of Humanitarian and Poverty Alleviation, you probably want to give her the benefit of doubt from where she's coming from, what she has been able to achieve while in Cross River State as Commissioner for Health, using database to get into the interior parts of that state to probably assist some of those women who are living below poverty line. And so many people are actually affected by humanitarian crisis in Cross River State. So if you want to just oppose our achievement during that time and now, and what she has also said in her maiden speech, saying the ministry is going to be making use of technology to assess some of these interior parts, then probably as Nigerian, as a citizen, I probably want to give her that leverage to say, okay, let's see what happened this time around. Maybe we can probably get it right by using data that is available and using technology of some sort to get to the interior part, so that most Nigerians who are affected with this humanitarian crisis and people living under poverty line can actually be reached.
With the federal government's determination to support vulnerable Nigerians affected by the humanitarian crisis in the country through different interventions, how sustainable is this intervention financially?
Government needs it because we cannot do it alone. Don't forget we have about 77 trillion naira in debt. So, and what we are spending on servicing our debt is about 90% of what is coming in. So we don't have the money really. That's the reason why I think if we use other means, to get money to be able to at least do it. You can't do it alone. You have to do, even when you talk of transportation or when you talk of infrastructure, you have to do PPP, private-public, partnership. And this time around, if we do PPP to private-public partnership, I think it's going to work because government does not have that money. We are heavily indebted. 77 trillion is no joke.
Yeah, definitely, the government can, at the federal, even at the states, cannot do it all alone. We've always been clamoring for agencies, and good enough, just last week, the minister also announced that the United Nations is contributing over $270 million to this cause. And we also have the Bill and the Melinda Gates that are also contributing one or two things. So obviously the government cannot do it alone. Most of these donor agencies will always come. Like I also said, during our time in Cross River State, most of these donor agencies will domicile in Cross River State, and I'm sure that she's going to leverage on her past experience and past interaction with some of them to achieve these lofty ideas.
With the proposed establishment of the Presidential Humanitarian and Poverty Alleviation Trust Fund, Nigerians will be on the lookout for its impact. From Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, John Felix reporting for Galactic Television News.